Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and today we're having a look at the CCM Commando. Now, this thing is definitely going to be something you will want in your garage if you are a fan of classic-style, old-school off-road vehicles built for your local mountain or your local crawling trails. Now, basically, the story behind this vehicle is that it was sort of put together by pieces that were just kind of laying around the shop, and, you know, the paint has gotten weathered over time, and the body has gotten dinged and scratched and weathered over time, but yet, it still proves to be a pretty capable off-road rig. Now, over the years, it has gotten a spring-over axle conversion, it's got some upgraded tires, it's got some upgraded wheels, and the axles have been strengthened, among other things. But enough of talking about it outside the garage. Let's take it into the garage and see what we can put together, and then what this thing will, of course, do out in the environment. Easing it on into the garage. It's even got some good pickup from the standard engine. So let's see what we actually have in terms of engines. We've got a 4-liter inline 6, we've got a 5-liter V8, and we've got a 5.7 V8. So this is going to be interesting because we got B-, B, and then straight to S+. No A range, no A+, no nothing like that. Just like B-, B, S+. It really does pick up real quick. So we've got the default 3-speed, we've also got the 6-speed upgrade, then we got the 4-speed off-road box. I anticipate that most people that use this vehicle will be using the 4-speed off-road box, and that's definitely what I'm going to be starting off with. Now, suspension-wise, we have default/stock, we also have lifted, and then we also have tuned crawler. Now, the tuned crawler suspension is definitely what we're going to be going for, as that is what we will be using this vehicle for. But I'm sure that the lifted suspension would just be a more well-rounded, more usable, and more kind of cross-country friendly version of the crawler suspension. Now, let's see. So, all-terrain-wise, off-road-wise, and mud tire-wise, we have quite a few different options in terms of tires. Some that are from the vanilla game, and others that have been modded in. So, off-road-wise, oh, these are actually really interesting. If you really wanted to go old school, you definitely could. Now, let's see. This is what we have right now, although I'm probably going to swap them out for something. Well, actually, these don't look too terrible. The 35 AS3s, those don't look too terrible. Although, these Buckshot mud tires also look really, really good. And I'll probably end up going with these in a 35. Now, there were some chained tires that we could have used, but that's not really the theme of this particular map, not really the theme of this environment. So, let's see. Default 8000 series winch or offline 13,000 series. Definitely going to go for that. Got the tall front-facing snorkel, and it really does adapt well to the body of this vehicle. And then frame add-ons wise, we could do doors with windows down, doors with windows up. We're going to go windows down. And then fender flares actually look pretty dang cool. They actually look pretty dang cool on this thing. I might throw them on there. Gas cans in the back. Let's see. Spare parts in the back. 6-point roll bar. Wait. What added a little bit of weight? Was it the spare parts? It must have been. Well, that's weird. So roll bar, full-size top, we can actually take the top off, and that does look really, really cool, but let's see what some of the, we've got ourselves a pickup top. I'm digging that as well. I'm definitely digging that. And then, ooh, you know what we might do? Let's go with the tube doors and the tube doors and the pickup top looks really cool. That's a really nice, like, little combination of stuff. I kind of dig it, actually. So, toe loops bumper on the back, and then let's also do on the front, let's see, do we have one that comes pre-installed with a winch? Yes, we do. Toe loops it is. So, we've got steel wheel, aftermarket wheel, and stock wheel. So, I'm thinking we'll go actually with the steely because the steel wheel kind of fits the theme of this thing really well. And as you can see, all of these paint colors are weathered and they really look like they've been in somebody's backyard for years. And that's the vibe that we're really, that they were really going for with this vehicle. I really like this weathered red. So we're definitely going to throw beans on the dash. And then apparently we've got windshield stickers. But let's see. I'll do the off-road. And let's see. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go with the off-road windshield banner. And now, we're set to go. And this little guy definitely looks ready to hit the trails. So let's see. Definitely no active suspension, but really, like I said before, you're talking about old school tech here. Now let's see, just out of curiosity, what kind of trailers we could pull. Probably your standard Scout assortment. Yep, standard Scout assortment of trailers. And from there, let's take it to the flex ramp. Now, the interior view is not bad. It's very basic, but it's not bad. I mean, it's basic, it's simple, it's what you might expect from a vehicle of this type and of this age. So let's see. Oh, yeah. Wow, it stuffs that tire really, really well, especially for leaf springs. It's a good amount of flex for some leaf springs. And there are people out there that say leaf springs can't flex. I beg to differ. I've seen some leaf springs flex like crazy in real life, so I don't know what those people that say leaf springs can't flex are talking about. Now let's head for the hill climb test. The hill climb test is probably one of the best tests to kind of see where something sits because, you know, when you take the environmental stuff out of the equation like ice and snow and stuff like that, and you're left with just a, you know, just a standard dirt hill, you'll really get a good idea for a vehicle's climbing capabilities. This engine is powerful. I mean, the torque is awesome. The torque is really, really up there. All right, 3, 2, 1, let her eat. Oh yeah. With the off-road gearbox and the S Plus engine, this thing really does eat on its way up the hills. Let's see how she does crawling the rocks. Oh, awesome job there. Really, really good job. This will absolutely, like I said before, absolutely be a favorite of anyone that likes the classic style off-road rigs. Easy does it. I'm trying to pick a semi-decent line coming in here because I would also like to drive my way out. There we go. Oh, maybe not. Come on, find a spot that you like. Or not. Or not. I mean, normally I would say find a spot that you like, but it didn't. Oh, there it is. There it is. There. Not bad. Not bad. So it's interesting. You kind of have to choose your lines in a semi-realistic way. Otherwise, you're not going to make your way out of some of this stuff. But actually, it's a really cool looking rig. And I mean, at the end of the day, I also feel like this would be a great rig for people that like to role play. A great rig for people that want to role play out, say, for example, something like finding, you know, a broken down crawler behind somebody's house, you know, buying it off of them for like $500 and then fixing it up. That would be a really fun scenario to play out, and I think something like this would be absolutely perfect for that. Easing my way over this edge. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, let's make our way to the mud now. The mud is going to be an interesting beast for this thing because it could either do really well or really bad because it's proven to be really good on the rocks and really good on the hills, but how is it in the mud? How you doing, Beans? Checking in on you there. That gear stick is absolutely, like, wobbling all over the place. But then again, they do. In vehicles from this era, they do. God knows it did in my old CJ5. Not too bad in the shallow stuff. Let's see how it does in one of these mud lanes. So in first gear, it's already starting to show signs of spinning. It's really already starting to show signs of not necessarily being a fan of the deep mud, but it also is definitely showing signs of treating it realistically. So you do have to be in low, even for stuff like this. Now, granted, the mud in here is halfway up the tire, so I would definitely call that pretty deep mud for something like this. You're dragging the diff. I mean, if you're dragging the diff, it's deep mud in the sense of realism. Now, due to the way it performed in that one, and it performed well, but due to the way it performed in that one, I don't think I'm going to take it to the second mud lane because I definitely think it would probably get it stuck. But, you know, at the end of the day, it is really nice to see how these vehicles take to the different levels of mud. Now, in mud like this, right here, for example, when the mud is halfway up the tire, low plus is non-effective. However, when it's only a quarter of the way up the tire, low plus is effective. So you really do have to spend time driving these vehicles around and learning what they like, learning what they respond to, and learning the type of driving style that they prefer in order to best adapt your driving to the vehicle at hand. So let's see how it does in the dips obstacle. I'm sure the dips obstacle, it'll actually do very well. I don't really see any reason why it wouldn't do very well here. And we'll actually go from a little bit more of a realistic standpoint and do it in low and run these diagonally. Heading back the other way, slowly. Wow, that's pretty good. I have to admit, that's actually really good. Oh, turn back the other way. Whoa! It got caught on one side. That's the first time I've ever had that happen to something here in the dips obstacle before. Let's see what happens if I just do it straight on and just don't worry about it. Even straight on, it does really, really well. It drags the bumpers a little bit, but that's pretty much something that I would expect from almost any vehicle that I would take through here, at least if I was doing it straight on. I think if I was doing it straight on, I would definitely expect a drag bumper for sure. And in the deeper ones, if this was real life, I would definitely go at it at a little bit of an angle and just let the suspension flex out and do its work. Now, at this point, we're going to switch out the gearbox for something a little more, speed-focused, let's say. Speed-focused would be a good way to word that. Because now, it's time to head to the bridge jump, boys. Come on, there we go. Whoa, this is interesting. So the highway box has 6 gears in automatic mode, but it also has low and low minus, just no low plus. So you could crawl with the highway box, you just wouldn't have a low plus. Oh my god. The S Plus engine and the highway box, this thing takes off. It is so fast. I was not expecting it to be that fast. I was expecting it to cruise a little faster, but I was not expecting it to just, like, take off the second you rolled into it and kicked the clutch. Dang! And whoa! It doesn't handle all that bad either. Keep in mind, we're on the crawler suspension, which really shouldn't handle all that great on the road, but in this thing, somehow it actually does. Bridge jump time, y'all. Whoa! Plunging right down onto the bridge. Hopefully it'll change up to 6th. Show me 6th gear. Thank you! Alright, 6th gear. Boom, off the jump. Not bad. Hey, if this was bowling, it would have done not too bad. Wouldn't have been the greatest score, but it would have been alright. Now, with all that being said and done, let me know your thoughts on this vehicle in the comment section down below. I definitely think it's a really, really cool vehicle that opens up a lot of cool gameplay opportunities. So, also, if you're interested in seeing more videos like this one, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.